一番最初にやった元祖です。というわけで今年も盛り上げて
And with it, an ancient tradition is evolving in unexpected ways, especially among younger generations. If you are not yet familiar with this new style of Bon Odori set to Bon Jovi's music, we strongly recommend watching the actual footage from the festival via the link in the description first. Please note that in addition to the Japanese narration, English subtitles are available. Thanks to YouTube's automatic dubbing, this video is also available in more than 20 languages. If you need subtitles, please turn on Subtitles CC in your video settings. Bon Odori, an iconic summer tradition in Japan, is once again being celebrated in towns and cities across the country. Now let us begin. Chapter 1. What is Bon Odori? To answer this question, we first need to look at the history and spirit behind the Japanese tradition known as Obon. Obon is a traditional Japanese period for honoring ancestors, observed every year in mid-July or mid-August. Its roots go back over 1,300 years. A Buddhist tradition called Orabon-ir, which reached Japan from India through China, blended with older Japanese beliefs centered on honoring ancestral spirits, eventually growing into a unique cultural custom. In Japanese tradition, while the souls of departed ancestors rest in another world, it is believed that once a year during Obon, they return to visit their former homes. People light small welcoming fires called mukabi at their doorsteps to guide the spirits home, placing offerings at family altars called shoryo dana to give thanks and let their ancestors know how the family has been. After a few days together, they light farewell fires called okuribi to gently send the spirits back with heartfelt thanks. So why did dancing become such a central part of this sacred event? The roots of Bon Odori trace back to Nembutsu Odori, popularized over 1,000 years ago by Buddhist monks. People beat drums, rang gongs, and danced while chanting prayers. By doing so, they cleared their minds, comforted the spirits of the departed, and sought to ward off misfortune. Over time, this practice became a form of popular entertainment, evolving into a colorful and lively celebration called Furyu Odori. Dressed in fine clothes, people formed circles and danced to the rhythm of flutes and drums. This laid the foundation for the modern Bon Odori we see today. By the Edo period, Bon Odori had spread rapidly to villages and towns across Japan. During this era, it also served a very interesting social purpose that might surprise us today. It became one of the few socially accepted opportunities for young people to meet. Society back then was strictly divided by class, family status, and rigid social rules. Unmarried men and women were rarely allowed to socialize freely. But for one night a year during Bon Odori, these strict rules were temporarily set aside. Under the cover of night, people covered their faces with hand towels or straw hats to stay anonymous, holding hands and dancing until dawn regardless of social background. As their hands touched through the cloth and their steps matched the beat, young people found a rare chance to connect with someone special. In short, Bon Odori was a sacred space to welcome and honor ancestors, while also acting as a natural gathering place where young people could meet future partners. A space where prayer and human connection came together. That was the true heart of Japanese Bon Odori. Chapter 2. Traditional Bon Odori. Now let us look at 3 famous and beautiful Bon Odori traditions still celebrated in Japan today, along with the historic temples that host them. First is Ekigami Hamanji, a historic temple located in Oda Ward, Tokyo. Ekigami Hanmonji is a grand head temple founded in the late 13th century, famous as the sacred place where Nichiren, the founder of Nichiren Buddhism, passed away. Its spacious grounds feature magnificent architecture, including a historic 5-story pagoda. The Bon Odori held here preserves a deep sense of prayer. In front of the lit-up main hall, the deep sound of taiko drums fills the summer night air as dancers in matching yukata robes move gracefully in large circles. Their synchronized steps and calm elegance create a serene atmosphere, almost like communicating with ancestors across centuries. Next, we visit Kumamoto Prefecture in Kyushu to see the Senjin Toro Odori at the Yamaga Toro Festival. This festival comes from an ancient legend of villagers holding burning torches to guide an emperor through thick fog. Over centuries, master craftspeople turned those torches into intricate gold-colored lanterns called kana toro. Made entirely of Japanese paper and rice paste, these lanterns use no metal or wood at all. On a midsummer night, 1,000 women wearing glowing lanterns on their heads dance elegantly in dark yukata robes. Known as the Dance of 1,000 Lanterns, this mesmerizing view creates rings of light in the darkness, looking almost like a scene from another world. It represents the quiet beauty of Japanese tradition at its finest. Our third destination is Tsukiji Honwaji, located in central Tokyo. Tsukiji Honwanji is a unique Buddhist temple rebuilt in 1934. Its main hall features a striking architectural style inspired by ancient Indian and Asian design. With its grand stone exterior and even a pipe organ inside, it looks very different from traditional Japanese temples. The annual Bon Odori festival at Tsukiji Honwanji is often called the most beautiful Bon Odori in Japan. Famous food stalls from the nearby Tsukiji outer market gather here, making it one of the liveliest events in the city. Against the backdrop of the lit-up Indian-style temple, thousands of people dance under glowing lanterns to traditional songs like Tokyo Ondo, a wonderful example of Japanese city culture where tradition and local energy come together. Chapter 3. The Emergence of DJ CELLY. After centuries of maintaining this quiet tradition, Japanese Bon Odori underwent an unexpected transformation. The spark for this change came from a female artist known as DJ CELLY. Born to a Japanese father and a Filipina mother, she grew up surrounded by diverse styles of music. Playing everything from classical music to modern EDM and 80s rock, she stepped onto the central Yagura at the Nakano Station Grand Bon Odori in Tokyo in 2018. Nakano is famous as one of Japan's hubs for pop culture, known for being open to new ideas. But no one expected what happened next. Right in the middle of a traditional festival, she suddenly played the famous rock song, "Livin' on a Prayer" by Bon Jovi. Heavy guitar riffs and strong drum beats echoed beneath the festival lanterns. In an instant, everything changed. People who had been dancing calmly just moments before raised their hands, sang at the top of their lungs, and started jumping together. Combining the Bon and Oben with the Bon and Bon Jovi, the style soon became known as Bon Jovi Bon Odori. When short videos of this moment were posted online, they quickly went viral around the world. Incredibly, the video reached Bon Jovi in the United States, leading to a surprise post from the band's official X account saying, "Unbelievable. To see our music being danced to at a Japanese Bon Odori is simply amazing." Following this viral moment, DJ CELLY began receiving invitations from summer festivals all across Japan. Today, her idea has inspired a nationwide trend. Playing rock, disco, or popular anime music at Bon Odori has become a powerful way to bring new energy to local festivals that were previously struggling to attract younger crowds. Chapter 4. Unraveling the Mystery. The Science of BPM 120 and the Future of Tradition. At first, a rock-fueled Bon Odori might seem like little more than a novelty or a lack of respect for tradition. But when you look closer at the science behind rhythm and human movement, a fascinating truth emerges. Take traditional Japanese Bon Odori songs like Tokyo Ondo or Tenko Bushi. Now compare them to global hits like Bon Jovi's Livin' on a Prayer or classics by ABBA. If you measure the BPM or beats per minute of these songs, almost all of them sit naturally around 120 BPM. A tempo of around 120 BPM is widely considered ideal for human movement, very close to our average walking speed and our heart rate when we feel energized. Some studies suggest that rhythms around 120 BPM may stimulate dopamine release, naturally encouraging people to move and feel good without even thinking about it. In other words, the traditional taiko beats Japanese people have enjoyed for centuries share a very similar rhythm with modern Western rock. The reason people could dance so easily when traditional drums were replaced by electric guitars comes down to the shared rhythm of 120 BPM. Of course, this new style has faced criticism from older generations and traditionalists, who feel that rock music ruins the peaceful atmosphere and disrespects ancestral spirits. However, history shows us a bigger picture. Back in the Edo period, everyday people were quick to use popular songs and theater tunes of their time for Bon Odori, changing the lyrics to fit the festival. Japanese Bon Odori has never been a frozen tradition. It has always been a living culture that adapts to the energy of each new era. This raises an important question. Do we rigidly hold on to tradition until young people lose interest, or welcome new ideas so that people of all ages, including visitors from around the world, can dance together with a smile? Learning from the past while adapting for the future may be the best way to keep local communities and traditions alive for the next 100 years. Chapter 5. Toward a shared resonance beyond words. A quiet prayer of gratitude to ancestral spirits. And a celebration of life, where people from different generations, languages, and backgrounds dance together as one. While the music may have moved from traditional drums to rock guitars, the core spirit of Bon Odori, connecting people and celebrating life, remains very much alive in this modern celebration. International visitors who don't speak Japanese stand side by side with locals, moving to the same beat. In those moments, language barriers disappear. This evolving tradition is serving as a bridge between cultures. To strictly preserve the past, or to welcome new changes. How do you see the evolving story of Japan's Bon Odori? As mentioned at the start of this video, if you want to see the actual footage from the festival set to rock music, please check out the recommended video on screen or in the description below. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this journey, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Again, thank you very much for watching. See you next time.